In 1919, Choi Jong-suk, a girl from Jeju Island in Gyeongsang Women's High School senior class, sneaks out of her dorm after skipping class for being sick and runs straight to Jongno to join the Manse protesters. I was prepared to die. I went to Pagoda Park with my address, name, school, hometown, even the name of my parents written in my underwear. She was a core member of the Association of Young Women, a secret circle she risked her life for. March 1st, 1919, Choi Jong-suk and her friends are arrested for leading an independence protest with 79 members of the Association of Young Women and is taken to a prison notorious for locking up political offenders of the Joseon dynasty, Seodaemun Prison. No one is suffering, although we're in living hell. There's no sign of sadness or remorse in anyone's eyes, but only light shining like the morning stars. Gyeongsang Prison, Korea's first modern prison, opened in 1908. Make sure you are rigorous, harsh, and never compassionate. According to the Governor General's order to treat imprisoned Koreans cruelly and harshly to make them wish they would rather die. Seodaemun Prison was a place of torture and abuse during the Japanese colonial era. Nevertheless, the independence movement spread, and the size of the prison and number of prisoners grew explosively. The prisoners' detailed charges varied from the Public Safety Act, the Security Law, the National Mobilization Law, and the Publication Law. What they had in common is that they were independence activists defined to be vicious by the Japanese. 4,612 out of 4,630 prisoners, whose prison records still exist, were classified as political offenders, resisting the Japanese colonial rule. This accounts to 99.6% of the prisoners. The March 1st independence movement started a nationwide independence movement, and the prison was full with barely any spare space. There is no place to lie down. The strong ones make space by pushing the chests of those who are lying down, and only after everyone has squeezed in, the strong ones lie themselves down. Many independence activists, including Choi Jong-suk and her colleagues, were imprisoned here. They suffered from after effects or lost their lives from the brutal torture of Japan. Countless lives were executed. This did not discourage, but rather sparked the desire for independence to spread even further, from teenagers to the elderly in their 70s, doctors, teachers, coachmen, and workers. Around 90,000 people, regardless of generation and class, fought for the country's independence and set foot in Seodaemun Prison. After liberation from the Japanese colonial rule, Seodaemun Prison has changed its name to Seoul Prison, Seoul Detention Center, according to the historical era. During the era of military dictatorship, key figures of pro-democracy movement were imprisoned here. In 1987, the Seoul Detention Center moved to Uiwang in the Gyeonggi Province, and the facility was no longer used as a prison. In the following year, 1988, the facility was designated as Korea's Historic Site number 324. And 10 years from that, the Seodaemun Prison starts a new chapter as a history hall holding the history of the nation's ordeal. Restored facilities and records are currently being displayed as a site of history education, inhering the fighting spirit of the independence activist, including Yu Hwan-sun, the symbol of the March 1st movement, and Choi Jong-suk. The History Hall continues to be visited by countless people.